to that classic Bayonetta tool of which time.
Yeah, if you're able to wait outside, if you're able to call out somebody else's move and use Dancing Blade at the end. Oh! You want to play with tippers, big boy? Okay, I see you. Spacing not quite there, but I like the idea. You've got guts, kid. I like it.
He was definitely channeling MKLeo versus Tweak. If you remember that one time where MKLeo killed Tweak at like 32%,
yeah, it was
something
like 30%. It was ridiculous. Low. That's Marth, man. When you've got that tipper, you are a force to be reckoned with. That almost took away Razor's other stock.
And even going down for the low edge guard. But
man, a little too low. A little too low.
That's now you can't be that aggressive. You gotta tone it back. He can't fall for any of the ladder combos. He can't fall for any of those shenanigans. Play slow and steady. But here comes Razor getting a quick heel slide to some damage. Not gonna lead to the verticality he was hoping for.
Yeah, good job by Razor though to keep up the pressure on the edge when EarlofM is off stage, but it doesn't matter. EarlofM with another Dancing Blade to close out game 1. He takes it.
Yeah, the timing on those Dancing Blade hits has been perfect so far from Earl. You see how he spaces out hits 3 and 4, like a little bit longer than the rest of the Dancing Blade.
Yep.
To make sure that it links particularly into the tipper in the right direction. Just classic, fundamental Marth play on those punishes is going to seal the deal. And that's a game lead. We're going to stick to Smashville, looks like, for game 2.
I'm curious if this game does not go, because Razor did a pretty good job last game, but I'm curious if this game does not go his way in an even worse direction. Does he switch it up? Does he go Sheik, which he has been doing okay with tonight, almost taking a set off Fade. The kid, the boy wonder who's predicted to win this whole thing.
Fade's on the other side of winner's semis. We'll probably see him in the next match here, but we got a fight between these two contenders in Southland Scramble right now. Just trying to grab this center stage is EarlofM. Bayonetta just kind of taking her time, using just stray aerials to bat away the Marth, keep him on the back foot.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of Bayonetta condos and a heel slide. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, dropped another one. That's unfortunate. Razor's going to need to find those if he wants to have a chance at taking this set from Earl.
But the technique he's using instead of just going for raw combos here is he's just okay getting like these just stray aerials. Like we said, when Marth is just stuck on the ground, he's so strong, but now nowhere to go from the ledge. You're going to eat that full down air, and that is such a powerful move.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Razor's doing such a good job playing a patient game. He's not letting EarlofM get a word in edgewise. This match where he almost takes him off to the right side of the screen, was able to stop the momentum for a second there.
Coming right back with another Dancing Blade, and now this is EarlofM's time to put on some pressure. We got Razor, who's trying to get down from this platform, nowhere really to go, and so the patience from Earl's going to show, get good damage in. But now he's retreating, giving up the center, and this is an opportunity for Razor.
Once again, they're just trying to find, both of them are trying to find a good spot to go in on each other. We see a small combo there from Razor finally come out, but EarlofM was able to shoo him away to the right side of the stage with another Dancing Blade, which has been solid. And that jab almost took it too.
Yeah, see, EarlofM was 0 for 2 on swinging for the balloons, and that's why his jab didn't KO. But gets the balloon this time. That's going to force the SD. Pretty solid balloon play coming out from Earl.
His chances of 2-0ing EarlofM have been popped.
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, Earl's just going to go for the quick little grab combo. Easy damage. Not going to try to overextend on anything like this. Bayonetta is like one character in the game where if you overextend against her in the advantage state, you can just find yourself getting reverse comboed and then taken off the top, getting hit by a back air, getting hit by a witch time. It's really scary even to be in the driver's seat versus her.
Oh, yeah. You never have a safe moment against a good Bayonetta, but I think EarlofM knows that. EarlofM has faced a fair share of Bayonettas in his day, and he knows that if he wants to beat Razor here, he's got to play patient. The bat within is not able to fully stop the jabs that EarlofM had going on.
Yeah, the jabs were just perfectly timed. I think he knew exactly when the Bayonetta was going to air dodge, but it's not going to end up mattering because slipping by on that side platform, and down comes the back air from Razor. That's going to even this up one apiece.
Yeah, it is. So, EarlofM's timing has still been immaculate. I wouldn't say that EarlofM did anything wrong that game. It's just that Razor did more things right that game. He didn't try to put too much pressure onto EarlofM when he didn't need to. He just had some chip away damage at him, trying to find some good aerials, trying to find a moment, a lapse in patience when it came to EarlofM's decisions making, and he was able to get the win there. Nicely done.
So now we're going to have the Cloud come to play for Earl. Makes sense as well as it's paired with this Battlefield counter pick. It's just going to allow him to put on pressure and take away any of the escape routes at Bayonetta, where she wants to sneak away in disadvantage, like an aerial afterburner kick to the left or right, get under the side platform. That's where Cloud can really get in there and stop her. But now it's Razor's turn, but he's going to miss that follow-up witch twist yet again. And that is going to continue to keep this lead for Earl.
Yeah, Earl had a pretty good start there at the very beginning. At a couple of up air strings. It seems like that's going to want to be what he's doing is going to try to keep Bayonetta close to him in the air, trying to rack up as much damage as possible. He's got limit right now, and that could come out from at any moment from EarlofM.
But he's going to slow it down a bit, just take the center stage. Bayonetta's going to try to dance around this Cloud, but it's so scary because if you miss space just even slightly, those dash attacks, the burst options of Cloud are so fast and so violent.
Yeah, EarlofM's being very careful with this limit. He doesn't want to just throw it away. He knows that he has the advantage in hand. Bayonetta, a character that can kill you in so many ways, but he knows as long as he has that limit, Razor's the one who should be afraid, not him.
Ooh, and that witch time was a little errant. I think that could have been a punish potentially for Earl, but he didn't recognize it in time.
Yep.
Only able to get the jabs, and that's just going to reset this neutral situation.
Oh, okay. All right, he had to... Okay. Well, he had to let go of shield there because it was going to be a shield break. Not the most optimal use of limit, but at least he got something out of it.
Yeah, now Earl a little bit hungry for this dash attack on the ledge. I don't think that Razor's going to give it to him, and now he's going to get the forward throw, send Cloud all the way to the left. And this is what you need to do with Bayo. You need to keep Cloud juggled. Don't let him establish ground positioning because he's so fast on the ground, and that just set up a perfect witch time to punish for Razor.
Yeah, absolutely. EarlofM found himself in the air at a perfect opportune moment for Razor. He was able to get that up smash, and now Razor trying to find a way to build as much damage as possible onto EarlofM, even though he's at a very high percentage right now. Dash attack is not going to kill just yet.
Not quite yet. And now Earl's really going to want to hold on to this limit, doesn't want to burn it to take this stock. We'll see if the dash attack, which has been the option he's been kind of leaning towards more often than not so far, is going to work. I think that Razor's got it scouted, though. So back air is an option. Up air will eventually KO.
He did go for the dash attack, though. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's been working for EarlofM so far. And then up air is going to take the stock, and we're almost back at even. EarlofM at 36%.
And now he's going to, coming in with these up airs, is going to try to send Bayonetta to the side, but instead, an early witch time for Razor. What?
Oh, wow.
What?
Okay. Well, all right, so that witch time there, it's almost seemed like Razor opted to just completely drop that combo just to get more damage onto Earl. He went with the Nair, and then he back aired him, so that got a good 50% onto Earl, so not a complete waste of a witch time there.
Yeah, but the finishing touch and disadvantage was just the strangest thing I've ever seen. That had to be a misinput or something, because now we have Earl. Okay, he will get his limit on in time. He was so focused on charging limit that he completely ignored, I think, the witch time of Razor, which means this is doable at the moment, but you have to avoid that up air and back air, and this back air will scout it out. That is a 2-1 lead for Razor. Earl does not want to be going into losers this early, so he's got to come up with something in this game 4.
Yeah, once again, another very solid game from Razor. He's been playing very well today. I would honestly say that I think I liked EarlofM's Marth a little more than his Cloud. His Cloud was fine. Obviously, EarlofM knows what he's doing with Cloud, and I don't even hate this matchup. But I feel like he was a lot more confident when it came to his patience, when it came to his swordplay. His dancing blades were so good. I don't know. I'm feeling the Marth a little bit more right now.
It might depend on the stage choice, of course. He wanted to use his plan of attack was hold center stage on Battlefield, but he got disrupted a bit on that.
So do you think it's going to go right back? Maybe
leaning
not.
towards Smashville here, which is the stage he was playing Marth on, which kind of takes my theory about stage preference and character counterpick and throws it out the window.
Yep.
So we're just going to do whatever you want.
Who needs strategy? Come on. We don't use that here.
Look how confident he is in this. Well, if he knows he has limit, he's just going to be in a great spot. So he just even charges it in the face of those bullet arts down tilts, because taking that limit to 100% as early as possible is worth like the 9% or so he took.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, all of a sudden, EarlofM, very scary. He's got a big advantage. He's got all the boosts that having limit provides, and immediately able to land this cross slash onto Razor. It's not going to kill, but that's a lot of damage on Bayonetta right now.
And he already got like 60% of his limit charge, so this is a huge lead opened up so far for EarlofM, looking good.
He's almost got his limit back. In fact, it is back. It's completely back now, and let's see if EarlofM opts to try to kill Razor without using his limit.
If I were him, I would burn it in this situation. He's just been so comfortable at getting that limit back, and Razor's not really been pressuring the limit charging in any significant way, shape, or form. So I think if you're Earl, well, of course, now he just took like 50% on a typical Bayonetta combo. That closes this gap and makes it a little bit less comfortable. So now his thought process might turn around.
Yeah, it's so crazy how your thought process just have to go out the window when you're fighting Bayonetta.
Oh, but swat her right out of the air. Get out.
See ya later. It's funny how, like, Bayonetta can just immediately have you at, like, 50% more damage than you've had, and just have you, you know, waste time doing an up smash. No big deal. Right back to even. Like, you have to change up your game plan constantly fighting Bayonetta. You might have a different strategy if you're high percentage, low percentage. You just always have to be on your toes against this character.
Well, the problem is Earl was getting a little happy with the floating down airs, which for Cloud is a good tool against, like, 99% of the cast, right?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Hard to pressure on shield. Only like some pivot grabs really do a great job of avoiding it. But Bayonetta, if you just leave out a lingering hitbox and she knows what you're going to do when you're landing, that's the easiest down B of her life, and that's a stock. And there it is again. He did a little bit too close to Bayonetta, where I don't think she could have reacted in time with the Witch Time, but you can't be predictable with that landing is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. That was very dangerous to do on EarlofM's part, but his approach game when it comes to fighting Razor, especially at a lower percent, has not been that bad. He's been using dash tech, and it's been hitting, I want to say, like 90% of the time.
You're going to wait out that heel slide a bit, but here comes the chance for Razor. The platform perfectly positioned. Man, Cloud did not have a jump there. That would have been really scary if it weren't for the taxi platform. Yeah, but everyone's living. Would
have been an easy use of limit. Razor would have really liked that, but right now EarlofM has got a very scary stage presence, but hold up, he's up in the air, and just like that, he's touched down on the ground.
Sneaking by, and Earl might be pressing the issue a little bit too much. You see him approaching a lot. He's not really trying to force heel slides, not really trying to force predictable approaches from Razor, and that's a good way to get hit. And oh, if that second afterburner kick had hit, it would have been certainly the stock. A lot of ways to follow that up, but in the meantime, this Cloud is bleeding.
Yeah, unfortunately, EarlofM did have to use his limit, but I think he's just glad to be alive in this case. He's sitting at a pretty dangerous percent, but if somehow he could get that limit back charged up, Razor's got a lot to worry about.
Ooh, and somehow barely missing the up air back air frame trap. That would have certainly sealed the game. Razor's punish is a little bit off, and that's keeping EarlofM alive.
Even still, it's not going to take a whole lot for Razor to finish this set off. All he needs is a good back air, forward throw against the edge. I mean, he's got a lot of options here, as Bayonetta always does.
Yeah, but now Cloud is sitting at that shiny rage mark. 150%. A back air at the ledge could do it. Up air will eventually kill Bayonetta, like probably 110, I'd imagine, with max rage online. And now limit back online. Like you're saying, this is suddenly very even.
Yeah, it's extremely scary. Anytime you see Cloud glowing blue, you know he can just cross-slash you into oblivion, just like EarlofM proved right there. He takes Game 4, and we're going on to a Game 5.
That was incredibly clutch. It was like 136 to 40?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, everyone talks about how Bayo can just come out of nowhere with these comebacks, but if you're Cloud and you got limit, never count this man out. He proved his worth right there, able to get an easy cross slash on to Razor and hold up.
I think he's just resetting his controller or thinking about his counter pick.
Maybe. He's won one game with Marth, he's won one game with Cloud. So it's totally up to him which one he feels better with at the moment.
EarlofM has to lock in first, so Razor can see what character Earl's going to pick, and then decide if he wants to go the Sheik or if he wants to go elsewhere. But it looks like it's going to be this whole matchup the entire way. One of these players is going to make it to guaranteed top 3 of Southland Scramble, where he'll face off against the winner of Crad and Fade, I believe, is our next match.
That one's going to be good. We saw Crad on stream earlier, too. He's playing Meta Knight. That's going to be a really interesting matchup if he does end up going against Fade's Bayonetta, which would most likely be the solid prediction.
I don't know what other character Fade plays in bracket.
He played Sheik one time at Tri-Point. It was pretty impressive. He didn't end up winning, but I think he got 5th, I believe.
All Sheik.
All Sheik, yeah.
I did not know that.
He did, yeah. You know, it's pretty common for Bayonettas to play Sheik. His was pretty solid, but speaking of Bayonetta, she's getting walloped here to begin Game 5, already at 104%.
Yeah, this has just been a paddling,
yeah,
as they say.
A little bit.
All that's happened really is that Cloud's held center, and he's just been trading. There's been a lot of trades. There's been like a back air for back air trade at one point, and the up air just cutting through everything. This is just classic Cloud versus Bayo when you want to be the Cloud in the driver's seat. You just hold the center. You say, you're going to try to dart around me, but I have this big sword that doesn't care. But, okay, here comes Razor right back. Not going to be able to find that up air, which maybe would have taken the stock on Town and City. I'm not sure.
Yeah, tell me if you've heard this one before, but Razor as Bayonetta has done an incredible job coming back, making sure that even though he was at a disadvantage percentage-wise at the beginning of the match, it didn't matter, but maybe it does matter.
He just got the heck out of there. He just flew so far to the right so fast.
He's been eliminated.
I don't think any amount of DI, good or bad, would have saved you.
And
but
now, EarlofM still has limit, burns it there to get back on stage.
I like that burn because you didn't know exactly the timing that those platforms were going to come back around or how Bayo was covering them. She was also like in the middle of her first jump full hop. She could have Afterburner kicked in either way on reaction. Just go to the ledge, be safe.
And as you saw right there a little bit ago when you were talking about it before, ooh, that back air is going ahead and take the stock. But like you were saying before, being careful with your landing options with down air because you know it's just going to be able to be witch timed. EarlofM expected that, landed on the ground safely. Witch time came out. Speaking of witch time.
Just going to go for the big combo, but not able to get a witch twist connection, which means it's just going to even things up. Oh, here comes the French fries. Cross slash doing some work here for Earl, and suddenly he's in the driver's seat again.
Yeah, Razor at a pretty high percent right now, already at 90. EarlofM does have limit, and his limit usage has been, for the most part, pretty solid.
Yeah, he's had a couple blade beams that were like, eh, but he's gotten good kills when they matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if he can do it here all over again. Let's see what he decides to use in terms of using his limit. Razor sitting at a very dangerous 102.
And Earl not giving up like a square inch of space. You see him, he's just pressing the issue with these back airs, and there's not too much Bayo can do to really try and cross up this Cloud when she's going for it. You see it, Razor just retreats again to the ledge, a little too long, and he almost eats a neutral air.
Had to get back on stage there somehow. EarlofM called him out with an up air, still has this very precious limit. Woo. But, hey, you don't want to get scooped up like that by Bayonetta because that could be your stock very easily.
He got down tilted in a really weird direction.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, that's what we call the ultimate bait, ladies and gentlemen. You need